Okay, we are here at Miller's Professional Imaging. Did I get this right?
Yes.
Okay, this is Tracy Eichhorn. She's the Human Resources Manager of Miller's Professional Imaging.
Right.
And Shaquille, come here. He's the guy who made it possible for us to come here. He's our Trek buddy from Everest Trek 2010.
2010.
You've been on the 2010 Everest Trek, and you have the connection, so you made it possible for us to see this awesome place and see high-end print production in effect. Mm-hmm. We'll actually have a real tour of the factory. So just one clarification. There is MPEX. There's MPEX Pro, there's Miller's printing.
Right.
What are the differences? Because they all belong together, right?
Right. Miller's was first, and we do all of the processing for professional photographers from all across the United States. So that's the high end.
This is the high end facility here that does all the pristine, the best. Well, everyone probably does the best work, but this is a different kind of target audience, the professionals.
Exactly. This is what they do for a living.
All right.
What they send to us here. MPEX Pro is for the young and up-and-coming professional.
Right.
They probably don't have a storefront. They're looking for a very simplified ordering system, not quite as many products as Miller's has to offer. And then MPEX is geared more towards the amateur or consumer market.
So that will be my mom sending in her digital photos over the internet and getting her 4x5s back and stuff like that.
You got it.
Okay,
yes.
all right. So I think let's just go downstairs and have a tour. Who's going to show us the
Shannon's going to take you on the tour.
Shannon's going to show us the floor. Awesome. So I'm here with Shannon. Mm-hmm. Shannon, you are, what's your job here?
I am the press lead of the Miller's area.
All right, so you're going to show us a few toys.
I'm going to show you tons of toys, tons and tons of toys.
Cool, let's go.
Sweet. From this space here, all the way back to that back wall, this is all what we call our press department.
Press department.
Uh-huh.
All right.
And we will start with our printers. Yeah, we do a lot of stuff in this area.
So,
4 Kodak presses. This is 1, 2, 3, 4 there. And then we have HP Indigo presses, 3 here.
I've just died and gone to heaven.
Oh yeah.
This is awesome. Okay, so what kind of products do you do in those?
We print everything. We do hardcover books, lay flat books, posters, business cards, stickers, Lux DVD cases. We print everything. Tons of different paper types that we go through as well. You have your smooth linen, smooth gloss or without gloss. You have your pearl, and those are primarily printed over here. Indigo side can print some of those same paper types that we print over here, but then you have your cotton, bamboo, 100% recyclable paper, and then also your classic felt that we choose from as well. But I mean, we have machines that do several things. So this is actually laying down prints here.
John, if you shoot some of that from below so we don't see the outwork. Okay, so this is...
These are your Indigo.
That's an Indigo.
HP Indigo presses.
7600 digital press.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
That's a big one.
So that's like an entire production road, and the entire production run, pretty much paper in there, final product out here.
Right.
So those are the paper reservoirs, or what do you call them?
These guys here are paper drawers.
Yeah.
The paper drawers, so you load all your different papers in there and then just...
Okay, so this is where it gets printed?
Uh-huh, and you can just kind of watch the paper shooting through there.
The paper comes from the paper drawers and gets conveyed over here?
Uh-huh. Lays the image down, and then once it's done printing, it stacks up there, and it'll just roll out through there.
Does it just spit out the product, or does it also do any creasing or any?
Nope, it just spits the product out for now.
But then you have this whole stack of like pristine
product.
Right,
and then once everything is printed, it gets sorted out on this rack right here, and that's our cutter. And then each cutter has.
Can we see the cutter?
Yeah, you can see the cutter.
Okay, let's go to the cutter. So this is the machine you don't want to get your fingers in.
Correct, but it also has sensors as well. So if you're
it'll notice that. Okay,
if you're too far above, you see how the blade is not dropping, but once I move back, the blade will drop down.
Ouch!
It's just a matter of watching your fingers there. You hold it, it'll cut. So I will cut you a 5x7 card.
Okay.
So we'll go into
Can I try?
You want to try?
I want to try.
Go into our 5x7.
I just want to press the button, you know.
Okay.
So what do I do?
Hit this little arrow there. If you hit that one,
okay,
it's like hitting enter. and it loads the program. So these are your measurements that we have to cut at.
All right.
Each person is trained on cutting.
Oh,
your
it's
work
already
will go
giving
in.
you. Oh, it's already sliding things back for the right.
Right.
I
So
see.
once you do one cut, it'll slide it to where your next measurement, and we're just responsible for knowing which way we have to turn the products in order to get the end result.
This is such a difference. You know, my cutter at home is one of these.
Oh yeah.
And a really cheap one at that. Oh my
Gotcha.
God.
So this is also our pressure gauge. The more paper you have in there,
All
or
right.
if you have something slick, what we call like our UV coating, or
Right.
you have to turn the pressure up, because if it's turned down and you go to cut,
That's how tight
your
it is, yeah.
prints will slide from underneath
Okay.
you. So you don't have to have a big pressure. So once I'm cutting this, you will have
Oh, that was it.
you'll have 5x7 cards. So it's actually all these cuts that we have to go through, and once we're done, the final product will be a 5x7 flat card. But everything that we have that's printed on has what we call hash marks. Probably won't be able to get this on that, but these all have hash marks.
Yes, those are for
And
cutting.
then, and those are for cutting. And when
Oh,
you
and
do
that's
your,
what the light is for, so you can
Correct.
actually see
Uh-huh.
where okay. So, how,
and you see how, put your hand right here again.
yeah,
See how
it's not gonna
not
do
cutting?
anything.
Right. So it's got sensors here.
10 fingers, all still there. So that's also the reason
this
why,
is your-
why when you print,
your
you,
end
you want
product.
to leave some border
Some
around
tolerance, correct.
it. Because it's always going to be like, to be a really straight edge, you need to cut off a little bit.
for sure.
So that's why they say leave a few millimeters or whatever fraction of an inch
Yes, 16th of an inch for tolerance.
What is that, 16th?
Pretty sure 16th of an inch.
there. Okay,
for
16th of an
tolerance.
inch. Inch. I don't do it. Inches are totally strange for me.
So
I live
yes,
in metric.
this is an end product for what we call a 5x7 card.
That's a 5x7.
And this
Just
will be
made
your
5x7s.
5x7. And then we do
Cool.
little tiny guys. We do 3x3s. We do
On the same machine?
On the same machine.
Wow.
But that, just know that the smaller you get, the more cuts that you're going to have to
Sure,
make, and
of
you're going to
course.
have to turn it
Oh, wow.
a lot of ways. So yes. So these are our
Awesome.
cutters, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4 cutters, and they're constantly going all the time. And this is all the work that gets spit out from the presses, and then it all gets put into like sorting. So these are all your different
So
products.
sorted by products, yeah.
All your different products that we are responsible for doing.
All right. Cool.
And then I will bring you guys this way. This one here is our accordion cutter.
Oh,
Same thing.
Accordions are
Yeah.
I think, a pretty popular product. of
Yes,
yours.
very popular product, because they're really popular around this time of year and Christmas. They use them as stocking stuffers and
Wow.
little presents for.
So they are accordions with like photos on all the sides of the accordion on both sides.
Yes, I'll show you one real fast.
The accordions, what kind of covers do they come with?
They come with either satin or metallic,
Can we see
or
some? Show us some.
you can do your.
look at that.
These guys would be your art cloth or your Euro hides.
All right.
And we have several different colors.
Oh, these are like different colors and different drawers
your
there.
different colors for
All
sure.
right. Awesome.
And this would be an example of one of the art cloths.
Oh, so that's clothy.
And then everything has
And they're
we have
magnetic.
the sticky. Yep, magnets, so they stay closed automatically.
Like that.
Yes. All the rest of these machines are for our book products. This guy
All right.
here is our saddle stitch machine, and it is responsible for doing your calendars and any of your saddle stitch books. It's just got a staple as
Right.
opposed to glue, which this is what our glue machine
Oh,
does.
so there's a stapler.
Mhm,
Pretty
this
much.
is
This is pretty much a
staples.
high-power stapler. A
Uh-huh.
bit bigger than the one I have in my office.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, and this is the wire that then gets made into staples. So the machine actually makes its own staples.
Yes,
Awesome. I buy them pre-made.
pre-made. They're easier that way.
Yeah. Okay.
This is our saddle stitcher. So we stitch all of our books. We used to glue them, and we stitch them. Press the cycle. You can watch the needle. It stitches.
Oh, it's like a sewing machine. It's a paper sewing machine.
It is.
Wow.
And then we hit the manual cut button, and it just cuts it off for you.
Here we go. Let me see
Voila,
that.
end product.
Stitched. This is beautiful. Stitched paper.
So this guy is our gluer, and it's got a little manual.
Oh,
It tells you how much depth you
Oh,
have,
it-
and then it just adjusts
Oh,
your spine
it,
for
me-
you.
it meters it, it measures it here, and
Uh-huh.
then, that's easy.
So then once
easy
it goes in here, also you have a cover that'll spit out from that side.
Oh, so that's the
We'll just
that's
do it
glue
this
binding
way.
in the making. Wow.
And you'll hold these,
That looks.
waiting for the little horseshoe, which this is our to-go sign. Hold these
Alright.
two buttons there. And it's gonna lift the cover paper
Right.
and glue it. Then it'll all slide back over.
And fall out to the bottom.
Yep. And everything's glued.
So this will be the cover paper
Uh-huh.
above it.
And then
And it's
depending
all
on your
glued.
products, everything.
It's still hot. I can feel it's still hot.
Yeah.
So it uses
and you
heat
have to be careful too sometimes
Oh, you
because the
can
glue
burn?
can come seep out of the bottom and you
Okay.
could definitely burn yourself.
Don't even want to try that.
This is our corner rounder that they use for the books, for any of the lay flat books.
I
that
wondered
offer
how
rounded
those
corners.
round corners happen.
Okay.
So we have
It's flush up against these two
we
here.
have square corners.
There's a little foot pedal here.
and then we have round corners.
Round corners.
That was simple.
and
Use
then
that to like trim your nails.
watch your fingers.
Yeah. So nice and round corner. Easy enough.
Just did a good job of rounding for you.
Signature albums. What are those?
They're the newest product for the album line right now. Basically, it's options, options, options.
Okay.
As opposed to before, you could only offer, only offered a black end leaf. Now we offer a white end leaf also.
All right.
There's multiple page count wise for thick and thin is also an option. Before, the only option was thick pages.
Okay.
Now we have thin and thick pages that you
All right.
can order, which is another option, of course.
And this is the kind of the raw version of it, right?
Yeah, this is actually just the, if you will, we call it the block. What will go on top of this is a cover,
Yes.
basically. Kind of looks.
Oh, and then the cover. I've seen this. This was an intricate fold in the back that lays on.
And there was a metal
flat.
one
Here's
there.
one with the
It's
metal
printed on
cover
metal.
itself. It comes with a black leather. Our crystals and our metals. These are more of our higher price product
Right.
for cover wise. They come with the black leather standard right now until
okay.
we get more options for color wise. And of course, that would just be wrapped around here, and that's what completes the album itself.
All right.
So,
So how do you make them?
basically all
Show
we
us.
do. Yeah, sure. We can go over this way. This is where we run our thin page albums.
Okay.
Okay. And basically, what happens from start to finish.
So printing has already taken place at
Printing
this
has
point.
taken place. Okay. Prior to it running through here.
Yeah.
It's also been pre-checked.
Yes.
Okay. And that's just checking for spots or anything, imperfections, pretty much in the paper, things
Right.
like that. And then from pre-check, it's pretty much organized to where it just comes straight over here. It's kind of similar to this, minus the prints, of course. But these are end leaves. Here, the black is. This is the black
Mm-hmm.
end leaf that we offer. We also offer the white. But it'll come with an end leaf and then a stack of however many pages they want, spreads wise for the
Oh, so
album.
there's a choice of pages, a number of
For
pages.
thick and thin, it just kind of depends. For the thicks, you can go up to 50 pages.
But you can vary it.
Yes,
if you only want 25 pages.
If you only want 25, right? It's
All right.
in increments of 5 is how
Cool.
it works out. So, but you would have a end leaf, and then you'd have however many pages you wanted spreads wise, and then another end leaf on top. And basically, what it does, just from here, it goes into, you set it up, and it'll just suck it in page by page.
Okay.
And it goes through the machine down to here, and basically it builds it into
Ooh,
the book. The
look.
book that I showed you over here, actually. That
So
we
it
were
makes
looking at.
it makes the
It
book.
makes the book. Yeah.
What does it do? Does it fold, bind?
Yeah, it pulls
and-
it in, and it'll fold it directly in half of the sheet that you put into it. And then it'll puts a glue sheet, and then it'll put a print, a glue sheet,
Okay.
and a print, and a glue sheet, and a print, and so,
So
on
it
and so
stacks
forth.
it on top
Stacks
and-
it up, yeah, and it comes out built kind of similar to what I showed you. It doesn't come with the tape on it, of course,
Right.
but it comes out without this or this here. It just comes out as the block itself. And when it comes out from the block, it comes out down here. It shoots out right out of this door here, and
Yeah.
it'll just sit here, and then you just grab it. It's not cooked or hot by any means, but it is stuck together.
Okay.
Right, in the block shape, and then from there it'll go directly into an oven, which from there,
Oh, you bake it?
Yeah.
Like a pizza oven?
pretty much.
It looks like a pizza oven.
An old school pizza oven.
And it's warm, yeah.
Yeah, so you just slide it in there, lock it up, and we cook them for a certain amount of time.
You
5
say-
to
you
7
say cook
minutes.
'em?
Cook
Okay.
them. Yeah, exactly.
Nice.
Cook them for exactly like 5 to 7 minutes, pretty much. And this here will go up and down. It'll adjust to the thickness of the book.
Oh, so it'll kind of squeeze the book?
Squishes it a little bit.
Okay.
and cooks it basically, and then from the cooking process, it goes through the pressing process.
Cookbook has just gotten an entirely new meaning for me, okay?
So in here, it presses it, and we press them for about 30 minutes, and it's just after it's heated up.
So those are being pressed right now?
Yeah, exactly.
So,
and it gives you
okay.
a time that they could come out. If they stay in longer, it's not a big deal.
I see.
But they, at the minimum, need to stay into the press for 30 minutes.
yeah. So you do gilding here too. I saw a machine earlier.
We have 2 machines actually, and it's right this way.
What exactly
Show you?
does that do? Show us.
Yeah, I'll show you. Actually, I think it's probably in the process. After it comes from the press, and we cut down the edges, we bring it over to gilding if the customer is requiring.
Gilding is an option you can choose.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's basically the colors-wise are black, silver, and gold. The first step of gilding is to sand down the edges, just to get them really nice and smooth. It helps the toner adhere to it, and the gilding itself adhere to it.
They get sanded down?
Yeah, yeah.
It's like a regular sander, like
Yeah,
like a thing. See?
Yeah.
I know those. I know these things.
Yeah.
There's one thing here that I actually know.
You want?
And once it's sanded, we wipe it out so all of the extra dust and all the extra sanding materials is wiped out. It doesn't get pressed into the book.
This is amazing. I mean, I find this really amazing that so many things are things that. When I think about how are these things made, and a gilded edge is really smooth, so I would think, yeah, probably something like that, but I didn't think it was actually like that,
Yeah,
you know?
it's exactly like that.
Wow. So how much does the sanding take off of the book?
I would say approximately to a millimeter or less.
A millimeter,
It doesn't take off
okay.
quite a bit.
I like that you guys do millimeters here, that you metric. I'm from Germany, you know, it's like
Perfect for
it's
you.
inches and stuff that I'm really,
1/16 of an inch means nothing.
yeah, a millimeter is fine.
I know, that's what I was just telling
I
him. We
speak-
have a 16th of an inch tolerance. He's like, millimeters.
Millimeters,
Yeah.
In Germany, when I send something off to a printer, they tell me like have 2 millimeters more so we can cut something off. So I get like 2 millimeters or something. So
Sure.
I get that.
So after the sanding's done, this will be Eric wiping it out.
Smooth.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and there's obviously some dust now.
Sure. So and to avoid it getting pressed into the pages, and just another post check, if you will, we wipe it all out.
So you wipe off the entire book, make sure that it's pristine.
Yep.
Mostly just the edges. The dust doesn't really filter into the center of the book. It just stays
Yeah.
on the edges. What we have here is a toner, which the gilding will adhere to. It's basically like primer when you're painting a car. And this just protects the toner from getting melted when the heating element passes over.
All right, so it gets heated up now.
And then this is the heating element. It's on a roller and it will roll over it.
Okay, so it'll touch.
Yeah,
It'll
it
touch
actually
the
touches
top
it.
and then kind of squeeze it and heat it on.
Yeah, it squeezes and heats
Okay.
it at the same time. We generally do 2 passes of toner and then put the gilding on. So it's
Right.
a little bit of a time-intensive process.
Well,
It's a quality product and it holds onto the edge. So that's
Sure.
why we spend the
Wouldn't-
extra time to tone it twice.
wouldn't be good if it fell off.
Exactly.
Second pass of the toner is done.
Yep.
What's next?
So now we'll actually put the gilding on the book.
Okay, so that is now the toner on the edge. It's all smooth.
Yep.
Looks good.
One little bitty spot. Lightly sanded to get some toner to fill it in.
All right. Oh, and this is the gold. This is the treasure.
Might want to lean like this a little bit.
All right, so let's see.
The big reveal.
Oh, that
looks
looks
nice.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. I like it. So, this is how you gild a book?
Yep.
Awesome. Thank you.
Absolutely. You're welcome.
Wonderful. So, these are the covers. This is pretty much what wraps around the product,
Correct.
right? So this is the first thing that the
The customer
customer
sees.
will see. The kind of the card, the first impression. pretty
Oh,
much.
for sure, for sure.
So, we found someone to show us a bit about this. You're Chris? I'm Chris. Nice to meet you. So, what are you doing?
Well, basically, we have all of our orders sorted in.
Yeah, I have to be a bit closer to you because of the microphone.
I see.
So again, what do you do?
We're making covers for all the books and outlooks.
Okay.
And this is basically our pre-check station where all the work comes in. We sort all our orders out, depending on the cover substrate, cover type you're going to have. They all get sorted in. Over half the work we do is laminated print, custom cover, laminated with 3 different lamination substrates.
Oh, so those are the things that put that laminate foil on top to make it nice and shiny?
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
Different textures of laminate to use. We have a canvas. Actually, we have a canvas substrate right there. He's loading the canvas perforated lamination. That actually has holes in it, so it sits down on the canvas texture all the way, pushing all the air out. And then we have a gloss finish lamination on the end, and a satin finish behind Shannon there. So depending on the print substrate that you're choosing, we have 3 different laminations to choose from.
Okay, so that would be an example of the lamination here, right?
Correct. This is a canvas print, and this has got the perforated.
Oh, laminate canvas, so that gives a nice texture.
Yeah.
You see the reflection in the light?
The gloss finish.
Okay.
And then from this stage here, we'll continue to go down and we'll cut it out. It gets trimmed out, the print does itself, and we do that by hand, or we have the large die cutter there, which basically cuts it out in one piece.
Oh, so there's like a frame that just cuts out our shape? Awesome.
The work gets creased and it goes through this automatic case maker that's over here.
Oh, let's see the case maker. That sounds really interesting. So this is where they make the cases, right? Yes. And this is a playground. I mean, look at that. We have all the spines and sides, and these are
the 4x8
with
boards.
magnets in them?
Magnets, yep.
Oh, cool. Okay.
The sides, the spines.
The sides, the spines.
Incoming and outgoing and everything else in between.
Wow, and all the different sizes. This looks fun.
Everything gets made differently for different products.
Oh, so this is why you need to change the tools every time and
every
make sure
product has different size. These are the gutters.
Okay.
Different size gutters for different size products.
All right.
And I'm getting ready to make some hardcover books here.
Let's see you make one. All right. Oh, so this is sticky.
This is sticky now.
Okay.
Yep. That way everything can fit on it and not move.
Okay. And then you're putting a spine in?
Spine in the middle. And the gutters close in on it to give the right spacing between the spine and the boards here.
Those go on the sides.
Yep.
Oh, so that is. Oh, I understand. So you have the lay flat binding things that this can actually move out and things. Yeah.
This actually gives size to it, so when it goes to the machine, it knows where to cut.
It's measuring.
It'll know where to cut the corners off on all 4 corners.
That's a measuring thing there. Ah.
And it'll also wrap the paper around the board.
That is
give
smart.
it a nice clean look.
All right. Oh. It's moving in. Oh, look at that. Cutting out the corners. And this is wrapping the edges around. All right. So, wow.
There's our finished 4x8
This
product.
would have taken much longer doing it manually. It's beautiful. Look at that, and it's magnetic, so it's magnetic, yeah. Look at that. There we go. Awesome. Thank you.
No problem.
Okay,
Yes,
so these are the
accordion minis.
accordion minis.
That's your 3x3 with
I see.
So why don't
custom
you
cover.
Fold it up and then hold on a second.
That guy is your satin
Okay.
custom cover.
Oh, look at that. And then you turn it around and it's...
Show me the side view so I can see the accordion. There you go.
Here we go.
And this is on a bigger
Nice.
scale. Would be your 4x8.
Oh, let me see that. Let me
These
take
guys
that
are pretty
apart.
popular.
So I open that. Oops, it's magnetic. Cute.
This would be a lay flat book.
Okay, so this is, oh, see the stitching here? So that's where the stitching is. Oh, these are lay flat, so. Oh, look at that. Then when you open that, it just lays.
And this is this is actually gloss.
Okay, so this is laminated.
It's got a gloss coating on the top of it.
Okay. This is the rounded corners. Now we know how those came together. Look at that. So this is the rounded corner there. Look at that. There we go. And they come in different sizes.
Yes, so you have a 5x5 here.
So this is a 5x5.
The press printed classic felt paper.
Oh, this is a different finish. Yeah, I get this.
So that's actually
I see
printed
this.
in our press area.
Wow. Wow, okay. And those are lay flat too.
Here's one that's got an acrylic cover.
Oh, this
So
would
we
be
can
the
do the
leather
metal.
one? This is the leather?
Yeah, so she showed you the leather one with the metal.
Yeah.
It's also going to be leather with the acrylic as well.
And then it's the acrylic.
Mm-hmm.
You get the reflection here. Just like that. Oh, it's nice and heavy.
These guys are photo printed. So you have your Fuji Pearl,
Right.
and then you have your E-Surface that's printed on the actual photo side.
All right.
And then the press printed classic felt. So this paper type would be printed in my department.
All right.
Because it's printed on our presses, but just the classic felt.
Oh. All right, so we had to run back to After Dark, which is where I'm spending the week, this awesome conference here to teach a bit photography. I want to say thank you to Miller Professional Imaging for letting us have this wonderful tour. This is the kind of behind the scenes stuff that I really love doing. Also big thanks to John Miller behind the camera, not related to Miller Imaging, for filming this. He will be with me here at After Dark for the next few days to bring you a bit more video, so John is working on that. You should expect a bit more. Thanks to Shannon for showing us around and letting us play with awesome machines. Thanks to everyone else who let us look over their shoulder and let us just see how these things are made. And with that, have a great few next days and expect more video. This is Chris Marquardt from After Dark. Happy shooting.